Good morning, all students. Today we meet again in online learning SMPK Penabu. Today we will learn about average speed. This is the next material. After at the previous meeting we will learn about definition motion, distance, displacement, speed, and velocity. Average speed. Talk about speed. In our previous meeting, speed is symbolized by v. Speed is defined as total distance traveled by object divided by total time taken. Because of that, speed is formulated as v equals s per t. While we talk about journey of the car, does the car while always move with constant speed? The answer, of course not. Yeah, in a journey, the car can move slow or fast. Speed always changes every time. Description speed of the car always changes can be seen on the graph below. The graph is graph v, speed in km per hour, toward t, hour. From the graph, we can see between time interval 0 hour and 1 hour, the car moves with constant speed 36 km per hour. This is shown by the blue straight line, the first blue straight line. And between time interval 1 hour and 1.5 hour, the car moves with constant speed 54 km per hour. This is shown by the second blue straight line. And between time interval 1.5 hour and 3 hour, the car moves with constant speed 18 km per hour. This is shown by blue straight line at the third motion. Average speed can be determined with total distance divided by total time taken. Because of that, average speed can be formulated as v equals s total per t total. That s total equals s1 plus s2 plus s3 if there are three types of motion with different velocity. And t total is t1 plus t2 plus t3. Because of that, average speed equals s1 plus s2 plus s3 per t1 plus t2 plus t3. Because s equals v times t, so average speed can be written v1 plus t1 plus v2 times t2 plus v3 times t3 per t1, t2 plus t3. To get more understanding about average speed, now we will see example 1, example 2, and example 3. Now let's see example 1. A car moves with speed 36 km per hour in 30 minutes. After that, it moves with speed 108 km per hour in 10 minutes. And finally, it moves with speed 72 km per hour in 1 hour. Determine A. Average speed of the car. B. Grab average speed. velocity toward time. From the problems, we can get information given V1 equals 36 km per hour, T1 equals 30 minutes equals half hour, V2 equals 108 km per hour, T2 equals 10 minutes equals 1/6 hour, V3 equals 72 km per hour, T3 equals 1 hour as average speed. Average speed equals S total per T total. To determine S total, first we have to determine S1, S2 and S3. To get S1 equals V1 times T1 equals 36 km per hour times half hour equals 18 kilometers. S2 equals V2 times T2 equals 108 km per hour times 1/6 hour equals 18 kilometers. S3 equals V3 times T3 equals 72 km per hour times 1 hour equals 72 kilometers. So S total equals S1 plus S2 plus S3 equals 108 kilometers. T total equals T1 plus T2 plus T3 equals 10/6 hour. After we have determined S total and T total, we can determine average speed. Average speed equals S total per T total equals 108 km per 10/6 hour equals 64.8 km per hour. For question B, grab average velocity. Grab average velocity is grab velocity toward time. The car moved from A to B between interval time 0 hour and 3/6 hour with constant speed 36 km per hour. And the car moved from B to C in time interval between 3/6 hour and 4/6 hour. The car moved with constant speed 108 km per hour. And for the third motion, the car moved from C to D in the time interval between 4/6 hour and 10/6 hour. The car from C to D moved with constant speed 72 km per hour. Example 2. Look at the graph below. Graph speed toward time. Graph average speed. Determine A. Average speed from A to D. State the answer in meter per second. B. Average speed from B to E. State the answer in meter per second. From the information from the graph, we can get for question A given VAB equals V1 equals 6 meter per second. T1 equals 10 seconds minus 0 second equals 10 seconds. VBC equals V2 equals 12 meter per second. T2 equals 15 seconds minus 10 seconds equals 5 seconds. VCD equals V3 equals 9 meter per second. T3 equals 20 seconds minus 15 seconds equals 5 seconds as average velocity from A to D. Average speed equals S total per T total. To get S total, we have to find S1, S2 and S3. S1 equals V1 times T1 equals 6 meters per second times 10 seconds equals 60 meters. S2 equals V2 times T2 equals 12 meters per second times 5 seconds equals 60 meters. S3 equals V3 times T3 equals 9 meters per second times 5 seconds equals 45 meters. So S total equals S1 plus S2 plus S3 equals 60 meters plus 60 meters plus 45 meters equals 165 meters. T total equals T1 plus T2 plus T3 equals 10 seconds plus 5 seconds plus 5 seconds equals 20 seconds. After we have find S total and T total, we can determine average speed. Average speed equals S total per T total equals 165 meters divided by 20 seconds equals 8.25 meters per second. From the graph for question B, we can get information given VBC equals V1 equals 12 meters per second. T1 equals 15 seconds minus 10 seconds equals 5 seconds. VCD equals V2 equals 9 meters per second. T2 equals 20 seconds minus 15 seconds equals 5 seconds. VDE equals V3 equals 6 meters per second. T3 equals 25 seconds minus 20 seconds equals 5 seconds. Ask average velocity from B to E. Average speed equals S total per T total. To get S total, we have to determine S1, S2 and S3. S1 equals V1 times T1 equals 12 meters per second times 5 seconds equals 60 meters. S2 equals V2 times T2 equals 9 meters per second times 5 seconds equals 45 meters. ST equals V3 times T3 equals 6 meters per second times 5 seconds equals 30 meters. So S1 plus S2 plus S3 equals 60 meters plus 45 meters plus 30 meters equals 135 meters. T total equals T1 plus T2 plus T3 equals 5 seconds plus 5 seconds plus 5 seconds equals 15 seconds. After we have determined S total and T total, we can determine average speed equals S total per T total equals 135 meters divided by 15 seconds equals 9 meters per second. Example 3. A car moves with distance 6 kilometers in 5 minutes. After that, the car moves 18 kilometers in 10 minutes. Finally, the car moves 12 kilometers in 20 minutes. Calculate average speed of the car. State the answer in meters per second. From the problems, we can get information given S1 equals 6 kilometers equals 6,000 meters. T1 equals 5 minutes equals 300 seconds. S2 equals 18 kilometers equals 18,000 meters. T2 equals 10 minutes equals 600 seconds. S3 equals 12 kilometers equals 12,000 meters. T3 equals 20 minutes equals 1,200 seconds as average speed. Average speed equals S total per T total equals S1 plus S2 plus S3 per T1 plus T2 plus T3 equals 6,000 meters plus 18,000 meters plus 12,000 meters per 300 seconds plus 600 seconds plus 1,200 seconds equals 36,000 meters divided by 2,100 seconds. The answer is 11.14 meter per second. I think that's all our learning about average speed.